Hi everybody. I'm here to tell you the story about the orange and the customs and the searching. Many of you have asked for it, so here I am to tell it. It's gone a bit flat in my mind, so be patient if it's not all that you think that it could be, because I told it too many times at South Tube. Everybody seemed to like the story. I'm not fond of my lighting. Do you see what it's like without the umbrella? I can't vlog in this. I have to use my red umbrella, and the red umbrella gives me a red tinge. So you're just going to have to put up with it. So back to the story about the orange and the customs and the searching. Tammy and I, Tammy's Yo-Yo Max 12, and we had been on our way to South Tube. We arrived at the airport 4 hours early, and that's fine because Toronto's an exciting airport and it's nice to wander. But anyway, here we are. We arrive, we go to the ticket counter. The ticket counter guy gives us each a card about what we're bringing into the United States. You have to fill this customs card out. So we filled it out. One of the questions was, did you have any food? Are you bringing any food in? And I can't lie on forms like that, so I put down yes. Didn't give you an opportunity to explain what you had, and I had 3 peanut butter and cheese sandwiches squashed on a bun, and I had an orange, and I had a granola bar, and I had a chocolate bar. So I tick yes on that card. We go through and come up to the next screening, which is before you go through the gate thing that detects metal. So really there's like 3 screenings that you have to go through. So we come up to this guy. He says, what's your business in the United States? Wants to know where we're staying. He looks at my card where it says that I've got food. And he says, what have you got? And I said, I've got 3 peanut butter sandwiches, and I've got an orange, and I've got a chocolate bar and a granola bar. He says, go over to that room over there. You're not allowed to have oranges. And I said, but it's a Florida orange. It's a sun-kissed Florida orange. It's your Florida orange. I'm just bringing it back. No sense of humor. He sends me over to another place. I separate from Tammy, who's looking at me with big eyes. So I go behind closed doors, and there's this guy up on a pedestal desk thing way up high, and I have to look up at him like this. And he says, what have you got? And I said, I have a Florida orange. He says, put it in the bin. I said, but I'm going to the United States. It's your orange. He says, put it in the garbage bin. So I put it in the bin. He takes my card. He puts a big red X through it, which sort of made me suck in my breath because the card said, do not spindle, fold, or mutilate. He gives me the card back, and he says, you're free to go. So I come back out, meet with Tammy, whose eyes are like this, and we get in line to go through a big waiting thing to go to the other customs thing. So I think it's all over. And I'm ready to go through the metal detector thing, and I had this vial of pills in my pocket. These are my sleeping pills. I can't go travel anywhere without them. It's in a non-metal container. It was in my pocket, and I was smuggling them because they're supposed to be in their original container. The original container is too big. I don't like carrying all that stuff. And I just had these in my pocket, and I knew it wouldn't alarm through the X-ray metal detector thing. So I was ready. I had my little baggie, my liter baggie of shampoo and Lipsil and lip gloss and stuff, all separate. I was ready to take my shoes off, do all the right things, and we get to the gate thing. And there's all these bins. I know you know what it's like. There's little boxes where you have to put your coat in it and your carry-on bag and your purse and your shoes. So I do all of that with my little baggie. I put it in the bin, and this woman with the wand thing, she comes up to me and she says, you have been randomly selected to have an intensive search done. I hear Tammy suck her breath in next to me. And the woman says to me, do you have any sensitivity on your body or any area that will hurt if I touch it? And I look at her and I say, no. And she says, go through the gate thing, the metal detector gate thing. So I go through, and all I can think about is my pills in my pocket that clearly I'm smuggling. So I go through that. I watch for my bags and my shoes and my coat to come through the thing, and I turn to take it, and she says, leave it alone. Keep in mind that when I went through the gate thing, I didn't alarm anything. There was nothing. The person behind me didn't alarm anything, and they waved her on. So she says to me, this woman with the stick, spread your legs and put your arms out. And she starts with the wand thing, and she goes through all of my hair. She looks under my watch band. She touches me all here with the stick, and she's going under my arms and all over everywhere on my body. This takes about 6 minutes with the wand thing. Meanwhile, everyone is watching me, and there are three people over to the side with clipboards writing down what she's doing to me. Everybody's staring. Then she puts the stick wand thing down, and she starts at my hair, and she runs her fingers all through my hair and around my ears and the back of my earrings clips things. And then she feels my neck, and she goes down my arms, not like this, but squeeze, 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 all down my arms. Then she puts my arms out again, and she feels under my underwire bra, and all in and around the straps on my bra. She makes me lift my shirt up so that she can feel all the way around the pants, like I didn't have a belt on, but the top of my pants. And then she's moving down, and I thought, geez, I better talk about what's in my pocket. And I said, oh, I forgot. I have some pills in my pocket. She says, let me see them. I take them out. She takes them away from me. She holds them up for these 3 people with the clipboards. She looks at them. And she gives them back to me. Then she goes down my legs, all up the inside part of my legs and all everywhere. Then she says, put your hands on the tabletop and lean over. And I thought, oh God. I should say, at the beginning of all of this, she did ask me if I wanted to go into a private room to be searched. I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to go anywhere by myself with this woman. And Tammy was watching all this time. Plus, they had sort of pushed her aside. They had asked her twice why she was lingering in the area. So I lean over. I put my hands on the countertop. I lean over, and she says, lift your left foot. Keep in mind, I still don't have my shoes on. And she feels between every toe on both feet. Then they do an examination of my bag, my purse, and my shoes with a stick with a cloth on it, and they swipe it all the outside of my bag and the inside of my bag, and they search through everything, and they find my clock in my bag and the food. It took about 40 to 45 minutes for this whole thing to happen. I'm glad we weren't in a rush. They yelled at me too because I tried to help with the bags, and they said, don't even touch them. Leave them alone. They have no sense of humor, these customs people. And I lost my orange, my Florida orange. Purple thing will be attached. That's it, that's all.